On Days will start a new series, and I gave it a fun name. So basically, Germany will go east first, and well, we'll see what happens. But I called it KaiserOst. I don't know if that's the right pronunciation of OST, because that's a German word for east, because in the scenario, we'll have Germany go east first. And the war will start the exact same way. It'll just be a different way. Whether this is a realistic way or not, it's going to be the way. With this happening, then this happening, then this happening, then this happening. And so, as you can see, war has just erupted across the continent as World War I has begun. And we'll see how it goes. Will Russia fall apart? Yes. I guess it'll be about the time this war ends that, we'll see the communists try to take power. And well, as you can see, that was pretty fast. Djibouti. Yeah, Djibouti is a fun name to say. That's probably why the French named it Djibouti, because it's fun to say. And, oh yeah, German colony. That's what I was thinking of. For sure. I didn't just brain for a second. No, that's not what happened. And well, Cameroon. And well, wait, why doesn't it exist? I forgot to put it on the map. And well, don't know why he calls this a bed. This was the line, although that's probably more north than it should be. We'll say Britain will eventually join, but let's say they join in a year, realizing they're not going to be brought into it the right way. With Austria, much like in our time, getting into a grinding stalemate into Serbia. Which is not good, but it doesn't really matter, because they're going east first. Let's see what happens. It's definitely resistance. With the Germans entering out from East Prussia into the south, and entering from Austrian lines, they start moving in towards Russia. With Russia being terribly unequipped and having used really bad technology, outdated, and Germany can easily decipher them. With them starting to move into the Baltics, and it looks like they will take out Poland soon, which is really stressing France out. And France starts negotiations with Britain to try and get them to help them start a front with Belgium. Like bringing Belgium into the war to Germany on the other front. With that pocket is just a pocket of resistance. This is an encirclement. But I'm going to make sure to keep pockets of resistance in. Just make it more realistic. I'm going to include them where they should be. It might not be many, but that's definitely messing with supplies. But is it enough to cause problems? And winter has come, so they just grind down the front line. They started it much earlier. Russia isn't fully mobilized. But at this point, this is a point where France and Britain join the war, along with Belgium and Luxembourg. Is this good? No, but are they going to be able to advance far enough? Probably not. And well, let's bring British lands in. I think that's British. I think that's British land. This. That. This. That. This. This. See, a lot of land. This giant piece of land. This giant piece of land. And these guys who we don't even know why. They were forced into the war by British oppression for sure. No, they just were. What if every colony that Britain had in the 1800s, such as Australia, the US, and Canada, all joined at once? With the Dominions joining in, Dominion of Canada, Dominion of Newfoundland, Dominion of Australia, and I think they were all Dominions at that time. With the offensive in the east, France and Britain's goal is to take out, let's say, well, the Rhineland, probably, and then advance towards Munich and take out the south. And if that works, they should occupy these lands and Germany will surrender. And if that doesn't work, they'll move north even further. With them moving in, and well, they get stuck in a stalemate there. So they try here in the south to see if they can get by. They also get stuck in a stalemate. With this being 1915, and as we know, Bulgaria joins the war. And at the same time, well, the scary Ottoman Empire joins. Who likes the Ottomans? I think they still controlled these lands at the time. Unfortunately, they don't occupy Cyprus because Britain already took that. And well, this area in the Middle East owned by Britain, that area. Unfortunately, the Ottomans don't really bring much, but the Bulgarians have brought the collapse of, not themselves, but of Serbia and Montenegro. At this point, well, Germany's probably not been defending the colonies well enough. Maybe let the two less important ones, I guess these would be, collapse. And this is probably the situation in this colony. And this is probably a situation in this one. Doesn't look good, and they eventually fall. But with Serbia having fallen, well, Germany continues its eastern front. With Russia probably falling apart similar to our timeline. And well, another pocket has shown up. But the Ottomans seeing it's a good time for them to help. As they move into there, they struggle quite a bit, as they're not even to that line I have drawn. They've really only taken that much, but they're also fighting in mountains. With Germany deciding to grind down the Soviets and start moving, not the Soviets, Russia, and start moving into the breadbasket of Europe. They offer Romania some lands if they join. But unfortunately for Austria, they might not be able to be saved at the end of this video. Not the end of this video, there's going to be more, but anyways. With them moving into Crimea, and at this point, this is what the front line looks like. Russia's on the brink of collapse. Well, it's probably 1916, they collapse. With this being a big deal to the Western Front, and Russia signs a treaty. It's hard to say if Lenin went to the Soviet Union or got sent there because Russia fell so soon. So let's look at the treaty. Like in our timeline, there's a treaty here. So at this look, the Asian nations probably don't join in. So let's see how the peace treaty goes. Having been kicked out of the war, but the French and British during that time launched another offensive. Which captured a big chunk of the Rhineland, and now they're moving in towards Munich. But unfortunately for them, Germany is already moving to that front. With France and Britain starting to panic. And well, they do have some success into the Ottomans. With an invasion of the Ottoman Empire. Eventually, this area here falls. In this area. Although now, Germany offers Italy some lands if they join. With the Germans pushing towards the sea. But unfortunately, they get stopped. But they continue. Even though Belgium Congo should be in this war. Them dipping towards Paris, with Paris being captured. With Italy being offered lands if they join before the war ends. So they join. Why would they do this? For any reason but besides they can. With the forces in Africa being exhausted. with the Italians managing to do this, as France is all concerned about their homeland, with rebellions probably happening, socialist and fascist. Fascism even got invented. And while France surrenders eventually, which technically means this. And then Britain and Belgium continue their collapse, with a full collapse of Britain and France, with like Canada and them all the like dominions. And well, this is what it'll look like, the new map. Let's see how it goes. Let's see how the peace treaty goes. But Germany willing to negotiate over its colonies, I guess. Let's see how the peace treaty goes on the Eastern Front. Italy gave scraps. Austria gave Montenegro and a puppet in Serbia. And Italy got what they should have got for this late. And well, there was a few puppets made Ukraine, Belarus, Baltica. And then they made the puppet of Poland, Belgium, Serbia, and these puppets of the Ottoman Empire. Romania got what they want, but they still want lands from Austria. I mean, these two nations don't get along. And well, Germany got this, that. Italy just got some, with Germany losing half of their colonies, but they took over Belgium because they fully invaded, well, Belgium. So they took over the Congo and they took over the French colony next to it because, well, they took it over. And well, they then do this. They uncolor these ones. And this is how it looks. And Germany may create its own alliance, which would basically be for that. And Austria would be trying to keep itself together now. Italy still claims those lands. So as you can see, Germany is an ally, yes, but would they not take the chance to take over Austria and Czechia areas, Bohemia, I mean, if the Austro-Hungarian Empire collapsed? Would the Polish puppet not mind taking Polish land from Austria? Would a Serbian puppet not mind creating Yugoslavia? No, so basically nobody gets along. And well, whatever happens in Russia's civil war, which is raging on. And well, that's pretty much all for today's video. If I get 5 likes on this video, we will do part 2. And we'll make this into a series. KaiserOst. East first, if you will. And East first. And thanks for watching episode 1. That's all for today's video. Please like, subscribe, and comment. Wild Mapper out. Bye, guys.